Hey friends, I hope everyone is having a fabulous day. Excuse my appearance, I just got out of the shower. I finished cooking up for my dogs earlier. Actually I didn't get out of the shower, I got out of the bath. I decided to take a nice long bath. So I figured before I get started on doing my next project, which is basically going downstairs and opening up the unruly amount of candles I ordered from KRINGLE Candle. Yeah, they had a big sale on their 3 wicks, and some of you may know they are discontinuing their 3 wicks, and I love their 3 wicks. So I've been stocking up on what's left. There's not a ton. So whenever they have a sale like that, I kind of stock up. And so I went a bit unhinged, but I won't be able to get them again. So they arrived late by FedEx. Yeah, they've decided to start using FedEx, and whole nother story, but I'll save that for the KRINGLE video because I am hoping to film that haul. Not today because I am just wiped, but I do want to go down and open up those boxes and make sure nothing's broken in case it needs to be replaced before they sell out. But what I do have for you today, speaking of candles, is my candle empties for the week. So I don't remember the last date I filmed empties, but I'm thinking it's probably around 10 days. That seems to be my magic number. I try to aim for 7, but it seems to be more along the lines of 10. But I guess that's not too bad. All of these candles were finished up over more than 10 days. I have a lot of candles going when it's the cooler months. I have candles along my ledge. I have candles on my bar. I have a lot of candles around, and I use them as decor, and I swap them out as I burn them. And so I'm able to get through quite a bit during the cooler months. In the summer months, not as much because it just makes it too hot and it just makes your air conditioning bill just skyrocket. So I don't burn as many in the summer because of that. So anyway, if you're interested in seeing what I got through as far as candles, stay tuned. Alright, so we'll start with Bath & Body Works because that's what I have the most of. So I'll begin with this single wick I finished up. This is Marshmallow Fireside. And it does have the scent notes. Okay, this is Toasted Marshmallow, Smoldering Woods, Fire Roasted Vanilla, and Crystallized Amber. Interesting. I don't know that I knew Amber was in Marshmallow Fireside. Most people know what this smells like. This is a very sweet, ooey gooey, marshmallow, vanilla heavy, smoky scent. But the emphasis is on the sweet marshmallow part of the scent. I guess I could see where they're saying amber. I never really paid attention to that before. But it's not perfumey to me. This is just a sweet, good, yummy marshmallow scent. I pick it up from Bath & Body Works all the time. Burned down pretty well for the most part. It did get a bit sooty towards the end, but that may have been my fault. I did have it in a hurricane that I used for my smaller single wicks, and I may have let it go too long on that last burn, but I finished it up. She did well. I can't complain. Marshmallow Fireside. I don't even talk about the throw on the single wicks because unless they are extraordinary, which doesn't happen most of the time, I don't usually give a number as far as throw for my single wicks because it's just kind of unfair. If I have them going in my open space, you're not going to detect them unless you're right next to them, honestly. Sometimes you can get a good throw if you stick them under a candle lamp, but most of the time I do more than one. But I had another Marshmallow Fireside candle going at the same time, and I actually had this one going as well, which is from Goose Creek. But, you know, I'll talk about that in a little bit because we're talking Bath & Body Works right now. Next up from Bath & Body Works is Cinnamon Spice Vanilla from the White Barn collection. And this was poured back in 2021. So Cinnamon Spice Vanilla is fresh ground cinnamon, sugar crystals, and Tahitian vanilla bean. I really love this scent. There's not really any scent left. But this version was really light. I mean, it's basically what it sounds like. It's a cinnamon spicy vanilla. And it's like a sweet cinnamon. It's not overly spicy. I like spicy candles. Not overly spicy, but I like spicy candles. And I especially like cinnamon. But I don't think it would be overly sensitive for someone who had a spicy version unless you were very, very sensitive. I had some issues with this when it came to puny wicks. I fixed them a couple times, got it going again. And then it started to get dirty when it hit that halfway point. So from that, I finished it up under my candle lamp. So you can see the wicks are quite outrageous because, you know, I don't cut them down when I'm going to put it under the lamp. So they're quite long, but the wax is now clean once I cleaned it out. And I finished it up that way. But this one was a very light thrower, guys. I would dare to say this was probably a 4. Yeah, it was that light. I couldn't believe it because I've had this scent before and never experienced it being that light. So I have more of these in my collection and I hope they do better. Now I did 2, each from a different year. Strawberry Snowflakes. There's the second one. So I believe this was the first release of Strawberry Snowflakes, this jar here. So this is juicy strawberry, whipped cream, and iced bergamot. And that's exactly what this is. It's a very beautiful, in my opinion, perfumey, body care-esque strawberry scent. But in such a pretty way. You really get that sweetness of the strawberry, but there's such a prettiness about this. It's almost hard to explain. The bergamot doesn't come across as too cologne-y. It's more perfumey in this case. More citrusy, just a tad bit of citrusy. But you really get that strawberry. It is the star here. It shines. And it's just a really pretty body care strawberry. And I love it. And I'll continue to get that every year. The first one was poured in 2022 and the second one 2023. So 2022, I think, was the first release of this. You can find this, dupes of this in vendor wax. And I have had success in picking that up in vendor wax and really enjoyed it. But yeah, I really love this scent. And it's usually in a pink jar. The first one got a bit dirty. But I did burn it most of the way down. I finished this last little bit under my lamp. I can still smell it a tiny bit. But yeah, I got a bit murky. And but it went pretty far. Like it got down to there before it got dirty. So I won't complain. This one, it did a little better. I did clean this out. I don't remember how many times I had to clean this out. I think only once. But that one did a little bit better as far as behaving. I did put this one under my candle lamp as well. So I finished up the last little bit of scent that was from each one under my candle lamp and enjoyed it that way. But the throw in these, it was about equal for both. I would say maybe about a 5.5, 6. So there you have it. Last Bath & Body Works candle I finished up, and I totally did this in my crock because she started to misbehave rather quickly, which I find vanilla heavy candles do. This is Mary Cookie. This is fresh baked cookies, sparkling sugar crystals, and rich vanilla. It's just a very vanilla heavy cookie scent. And I find most often when I try to burn this, it goes grody pretty quickly. That's what happens. So I finished her up in my candle crock. So as you can see, the wicks are awry. I will say in my candle crock, I've also noticed a lot of times vanilla scents don't last as long as other scents. I don't remember how long I got out of this, but I think it was only a few days before it heftily lost its scent. But I enjoyed those few days. It's just, like I said, a very heavy vanilla dense cookie scent, and I really like it. It just never behaves very well. But I do still tend to pick it up every holiday season because I love the scent. So I would say throw, when I first started burning it, I would say it was about 6.5. In my candle crock, it honestly didn't get a whole lot better. Maybe it took it up a notch to a 7, but it wasn't overly strong. I had it in my candle crock, which is over to the left of me here, which is probably 10 feet, if that, away from me. It's in my other corner. So yeah, throw is not super impressive, but if you have this candle near me, you'll get whiffs of it. But that's Mary Cookie. A lot of wax left because, yeah, she just started misbehaving early. All right, so I have 2 Goose Creek candles. The one I kind of mentioned earlier, I had this going with Marshmallow Fireside. It's not really Goose Creek's version of Marshmallow Fireside, but I do like this scent. This is Holiday Embers. And I would say that this is a smokier version. And it's not really marshmallowy. So this is no scent notes. Let me see if I can pull it up in my iPad. This is Winter Fireplace, Cedar, Clove Buds, Cinnamon Leaves, Pine, Siberian Fir, and Crackling Embers. Honestly, I don't really get tree in this. Nope. I get the spices and I get that fireplace note. I pick up the cedar and I get that Embers note. And that's basically what I get. So it's kind of like a fireside, but more like your Embers kind of fireside. You get that crackling note, you get that fire note, you get those spices, you get that woodsy note. I don't really get, like, there's no marshmallow or anything like that. I didn't really pick up tree. I didn't know tree was in this. I had no idea. And even smelling it, I mean, you get that woodsy note, so maybe the woodsy part of the tree, but I definitely do not detect pine or fir. So I don't know. If you burn this, let me know if you smell tree, but I definitely just kind of get a scent that this name evokes. So that's Holiday Embers. Throw on this was, it was a little lighter compared to the last one I had burned before this. I would say this was about a 6. It did go pretty nasty about halfway. And so the wicks are very long because I finished it up, mixing it up between my candle lamp and my candle crock. So, you know, it is what it is. And then this one kind of started going grody early too. This is Cookie Crumbles. This was one of their Christmas releases. I don't remember what year. And of course, because this is early, it does not have the scent notes. Let me find that. So this is sugar cookie, mixed cookie crumbles, and vanilla sugar. Honestly, to me, it smells like a kind of a cookies and cream kind of scent. Really great scent and threw very well when I first lit it up. I would say this was an easy 8, no problem, in my open space. Delicious, like I said, kind of a cookies and cream scent, kind of like your Oreo, that type of scent. Really enjoyed it, but I only got a couple burns out of it before it started to go, you know, when the wicks start to thread and they start to pour into the wax, and then the wax gets dirty and then the scent starts to change. So I caught it early. I removed the dirty wax, and then it lived out its life sharing time between my candle lamp and my candle crock. So again, majorly big wicks, nice clean wax now, because, you know, once you put it under the lamp, you don't have that problem of the wick threads falling into your wax and all that, because you're not burning it. But absolutely delicious scent. I would probably pick it up again, but just lamp it. I do find lamping my Goose Creek candles, I get a lot better performance out of them all the way through. I mean, the throw is stronger. The scent is better. It doesn't get dirty. So, but I just really like to burn my candles, especially because I want to get through them, because I have a ton of candles. So that kind of makes me sad. But love the label. I thought the label was so cute with this little Christmassy raccoon. So I did get my money's worth out of it, because I did enjoy the rest of it. But absolute delicious scent. I feel like when it comes to Bath & Body Works candles and Goose Creek candles, every single candle is the same story once I hit the halfway mark. So I know I've mentioned before, I've kind of resounded to the fact that my Bath & Body Works candles and my Goose Creek candles, I will only get half a candle out of, because that is my experience 90% of the time. And I'm like, I see other people talk about their candles and they show them, and I'm like, I mean, I do hear, and a lot of people say they have the same experience I do too, but I also hear people say that, or I also see people show their candles and they look quite clean, burn all the way down. I'm like, how? I've been burning candles for years. I trim my wicks. If they're mushrooms, I slice that little mushroom off before I light them. If I notice the wax getting dirty, I clean them right away. Yeah, I don't know how. Some people, I don't know. Maybe it's the airflow in my house. I don't think it is. But, I mean, I have good results with other candles. Just Bath & Body Works and Goose Creek. I love their candles. Don't get me wrong. I love their scents. But just wish they would stop getting grody. Speaking of grody, I burned through a SCENTWORX Ice Vanilla Frosting. I've mentioned before that I'm kind of working SCENTWORX out of my collection. I don't have a ton left. So this has scent notes of creamy vanilla, cool peppermint, sugar crystals, and whipped buttercream frosting. That's interesting. I had no idea this had peppermint in it, so I never picked up the peppermint in this. I mainly got vanilla frosting, and it was very light, and it's kind of hard to tell. The wax is dirty. This is one of those ones that the scent changed once it got so far down. And so even though I did try sticking it under my lamp, yeah, it just smells like burnt grody-ness. This was not good. It was good the first couple of burns. Very light in throw. I would say a 4. Very hard to detect, and I usually burn this in my kitchen, and I tried to burn it with other vanilla candles to give it a little bit of extra pep. Like I said, I didn't even know it had peppermint. I never picked up peppermint. I couldn't have told you peppermint was in it. But I did pick up a vanilla. It was just very, very, very light in intensity. Would not pick this up again. I don't even know if this is a scent the SCENTWORX still sells. I do know their jars look totally different than this now. And I do like their jars, but these are just kind of hard to store. They're shaped kind of weird, and they're hefty. I mean, you could throw this thing at somebody and do some hefty damage, but I don't buy them to do that. So anyway, I'm done with SCENTWORX, not picking them up anymore. But if you are interested in the brand, Walmart does sell them. And I got an email from Slacken & Co. recently that they are now on Slacken & Co.'s site. So if you are a fan of SCENTWORX, you can see how, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but yeah, around the edges, it got pretty dirty in there. And it smells horrible. So out to the trash. And speaking of Slacken & Co., I finished up a candle by HOMEWORX. This is Crackling Fireside. Is that candle not stunning? This was so beautiful when it was lit. Oh my gosh, his labels. He wins in the label department every time. So this is oak leaves, roasted apple, smoked cedar, and cinnamon stick. This is a really nice fragrance. I really like the fragrance itself. You get a little bit of that apple. It's I don't want to say it's a faint apple. It's there, but it's not overly apple, if you know what I mean. It is like a roasted apple. It smells like a cooked apple, like you're actually burning an apple on the fire. Not burning, but roasting it. You get a little bit of that leaves note, but not overly so. You really get the cedar and the cinnamon stick. So it's mainly apple, cedar, and cinnamon stick, and it's kind of like a crackling fire apple scent. I really enjoy the scent itself. It's a really nice, cozy, warm, crackling fireside with apple scent. But the throw in this, I burned it in Hurricane the entire time. I could smell it if I would move it around. Sometimes I did it in Hurricane in my kitchen. Sometimes I did it in a Hurricane in my dining room. So I would move it around. Sometimes I did it on my bar. But the throw would remain about the same. I would say it was about a 5. So I really wish the throw was stronger because it was a great scent. I would probably pick it up again. This was poured in fall of 2023, and I kind of feel like that's where we started getting some light scents. But yeah, I would want the throw to be stronger. Performance-wise, it did its thing. Nice, clean wax. It didn't soot. It didn't cause me any problems there. And the funny thing is, you know, you burn these in Hurricane, and I get better non-sooting performance from these than I do the Bath & Body Works and Goose Creek candles. So I don't know what the deal is with the sooting with those, but these are in Hurricanes, and those are not. And a lot of times the Goose Creek candles, I don't even put in candle holders because there is something about these matte labels. I don't know if they get super hot or what the deal is, but they can scorch very easily. So I really keep an eye on those. So I never put those in the candle holder. And the Bath & Body Works, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But these are in a Hurricane, they don't do that. So anyway, like I said, I would pick it up again. Crackling Fireside. Just hope for a better performance because lovely scent, just not the greatest throw. From Yankee Candle, and I actually have probably another burn in this, but I wanted to go ahead and talk about it. I was burning it earlier and it hardened up, so I figured let me go ahead and talk about it. So when I finish it up, I can just toss it. This is Peppermint Mocha, which was from their new, is it on here? This is Grown Up Snow Day. Oh, yeah, Cafe Collection. It was from their Cafe Collection that they released earlier in 2024. Well, during the holiday season, 2024. So, I don't know if scent notes are on here. It's not. Let me pull them. And I believe they clearanced out this collection. There was still some of this scent left. And I actually had a second one. So, I didn't pick it up. But the main reason I didn't pick it up is because the scent thrown on this one is not fabulous, which tends to be a problem with Yankee candles. So this is a sparkling peppermint, sea salt, crushed candy cane, winter mint, whipped vanilla, dark chocolate, and frosted spearmint. I never picked up spearmint. Yankee's one of those candle companies that includes a zillion scent notes with their description. This basically, to me, was a peppermint mocha scent. Emphasis on the peppermint. I really didn't get that sea salt note. I definitely got a crushed candy cane, a wintry mint vibe, the vanilla for sure. Kind of a milky vanilla. And then you got that chocolate. So it came across as like, literally it smelled like a peppermint mocha drink. Like you picked this up from Starbucks, and that's what it smelled like. Unfortunately, the scent throw was not great. I would say 5 being kind. It could have been about a 4.5. So I could smell it if I stuck my nose on top of it. And I loved what I smelled, but just not strong enough to scent my room. It just wasn't happening. So performance-wise, it did pretty well. Some soot buildup on the jar, but you guys, for white wax, I'm quite impressed. I mean, it's not 100% clean, but I wouldn't expect it to be 100% clean. But for a Yankee candle, white wax, yeah, I was pretty impressed with the burn. I just wish the throw was stronger. So like I said, I have a second. I'll get into that next year, and maybe the throw will improve. Maybe we'll get up to a 6. Miss Jersey. Sorry. She's a snorer. I'm realizing like all my videos have her snoring in them, and I don't quite know what to do to make her not do that, because I don't know. She likes to sleep to my voice. I don't know, but she like literally snores in all my videos. Anyway, Peppermint Mocha. Let me know if you tried this candle and what you thought. And then the last candle I got through was from the Country Candle line from KRINGLE Candle. This is Milk and Cookies. This is their medium-sized jar. So Milk and Cookies, I don't think scent notes are on here. It's not. This is their 100% soy wax version. I do have a couple of paraffin ones in this scent still left in my collection. They are no longer pouring paraffin wax. And I actually prefer the 100% soy, so I did not reach for my paraffin version. I reached for this one. Okay, so the scent notes in Milk and Cookies is buttercream, sugar cookie, cinnamon, vanilla extract, and coconut milk. For once, KRINGLE, that is right on. That is exactly what you get. You get buttercream, you get the cookie, you get a little bit of cinnamon. It's not really a spicy candle, just a tad bit of cinnamon. You get the vanilla extract, and you get a coconut milk. It's not a super coconutty candle, so if you don't love coconut, I wouldn't be too scared of it. They do still have this candle in stock, but this is one that's going away, and I don't know if this scent will migrate over to the KRINGLE tumbler line. I hope it does, because I really love this scent. It is a mild scent. This one is not going to blow your roof off. It is a soft, mild Milk and Cookies scent. But I love the scent so much that I continue to pick it up. Sometimes I do toss it into a hurricane, but it's a great performer. As you can see, the wax is very clean. I did wipe the top of this jar, and there's a little bit of residue from some sooting at the top. I did wipe the top of the jar once during this burn, because I find that the Country Candles, I think it's the shape of the jar, they do catch soot at the top sometimes. Even the cleanest burning candle, they're producing soot. It may not be as much as some of these other candles like Bath and Body Works. For sure, definitely for sure with KRINGLE, they are my cleanest burning candles. But this jar does pick up some soot. So I did clean it once, but other than that, I mean, guys, look at that wax. That is a cream ivory color wax. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, why can't I burn my Bath and Body Works candles down that way? I would be so elated if I could. So obviously a company can do it. I mean, obviously it's a different blend of wax than Bath and Body Works, but I really love this one. And now, as I was saying, this is a lighter scent throw. I would say the scent throw, and this is probably about a 5. So this is not going to be your slap you in the face kind of scent. But you will detect it when you walk in a room. Will you go nose blind? Of course you probably will. It's a lighter scent. It's just naturally going to happen. But when you walk in and out of a room, you will notice it. It will not be slap you in the face noticeable, but you will notice it. And you'll enjoy it if you like scents like that. So that's Milk and Cookies from Country Candle. All right, guys. So I succeeded in what I wanted to get done tonight. Actually, I did not succeed in what I wanted to get done today. because I wanted to get my candle empties filmed. I wanted to get my wax empties filmed. But that's not going to happen because I just don't have the time to do it right now. I wanted to get that candle haul from KRINGLE filmed, but that's not going to happen because I need to go down and check on them. But I don't have time to film them too because there's so many candles in that order. That's going to be a long video. So maybe not super long because I have multiple scents of the same scents, but I just can't right now. It's a work night and I just don't have the energy this weekend. I mean, you know, I don't know who came up with this 5-day work week, 5 days working and 2 days off, because literally you only really have 1 day off because you have to use one of those days to do all the work that you need to do at home. Possibly more than one of those days. So basically, you don't really get a weekend off. So I don't know who came up with this idea, but I certainly would so much enjoy a 3-day weekend. I'd be more than happy to work longer days during the week, which I do anyway. So I'd be more than happy to work a longer schedule during the week to have that 3-day weekend, but no such luxury here. So all I can do is complain about it, and there's nothing I can do about it but complain. So I'll just leave it at that. But anyway, comment below if you've gotten into any candles this week, what you've been burning or warming or melting or cracking or whatever you've been doing with your candles. Let me know what you've been getting into, what you have been loving, what you have not been loving so much. And if you have gotten into any of these, let me know your thoughts on those. And if they performed better for you, let me know. Always love to hear your thoughts. And I know other people appreciate in the comments as well, because if your experience is different and it may be better, then people may still want to try those candles out. So always appreciate your thoughts as well. Anyway, guys, I do hope you enjoyed this content today. And if you did, I hope you will give me a thumbs up. And I hope you will subscribe to my channel. I keep fighting for those 250 subscribers. I lose one, I gain one. I lose two, I gain one. I lose three. I don't know. It's like really, really, really not easy to get to 250 apparently for me. So I'm still trying. The funny thing is I already recorded my 250 subscriber giveaway video weeks ago. It might even been a month or so ago. I don't know. But I just don't see the beginning there. So I'm still trying. I'm still tugging. But every one of you that are here, I really so appreciate it. I'm so thankful you're here. It's just amazing to me that you actually tune into my channel just to see what I'm up to, what I've been sniffing, what I've been smelling, what I've been burning, what I've been melting. I really do appreciate you being here. And I really do appreciate you interacting and let me know what you've been getting into too, because I really do take some of your recommendations to heart. Yeah, I do. So anyway, guys, I will see you in the next video. I hope you have a great one. Bye-bye.